My friends, greetings and welcome to my channel. Will the level be broken or not? How to determine this? This is your most frequently asked question in the comments, to which today I will try to give an answer. Let's find out with an example how to determine all this. Be sure to watch this video to the end. There will be a lot of behind the scenes analysis that usually doesn't make it into the dynamic deposit acceleration. So let's begin. Friends, typically I demonstrate the concluding portion of the transaction, wherein within a minute I inform you regarding the signals I initiated it on. Behind the scenes, once more, a big part of the work still remains. You believe there's a magical combo of indicator settings. With their assistance I earn money. However, it's not as simple as it seems at first glance. Today I will demonstrate how I analyze the chart in detail. I will state immediately that today I have standard settings for all indicators. They are set by default. Let's analyze this situation. Pay attention to the chart. We now observe that we had an active growth phase and the chart reached a certain point. It even broke through the resistance level located here before. It went a little higher, yes, beyond its boundaries. Here arises the painful question, how to determine if the level will be broken or not. In the context of trading, when we discuss the absence of news noise that can lead to unexpected impulses, it is observed that the chart tends to exhibit the following behavior on a frequent basis. The price is gradually increasing towards the resistance level, typically followed by a corrective phase in the market. Regarding this, Kirtner channel is a great aid. Corrections occur prior to its middle line, as can be seen. Subsequently, we can examine the signals of the indicators and analyze the resulting consequences when the price reaches the resistance level. Look, we see that the growth phase of the chart is synchronized with the growth of the ADX line, which indicates the strength of the current trend. In addition, she grew continuously until she finally reached the level of resistance that she had been striving for. However, after colliding with this wall, it goes downwards. Therefore, the graph also rebounded back for us. What does this mean? We can conclude that the level will not be checked at this moment. Buyers are exhausted and they simply have no energy. That is, after active growth at the resistance level, typically a consolidation phase starts, where the impulse acquires fresh strength. Essentially, it starts with a sidekick. At present, the consolidation is taking place in a corridor like this, and it is difficult to say how long the price will be held within these boundaries. The price always moves in steps. Now, for example, if we assume that an upward trend will begin, the price may fluctuate for some time within our corridor. And having gathered all his strength, the schedule will break all barriers and soar upwards towards the next stage of consolidation. With the same success, he can go down until the situation is 50-50. So everything will depend on the development of events in the market. So I evaluate the probability of events unfolding and make decisions based on this analysis and assessment. And the indicators solely aid me in better understanding the situation. However, they never determine my key decision under any circumstances. In principle, we can now open an option with a forecast for a decrease in the cost of quotes. I believe this entry point is satisfactory. The reason is that the corridor I sketched out before is currently under construction, running parallel to the edges of the Kirtner canal. Here they pass. When the chart enters a sideways trend, the Kirtner channel effectively illustrates this zone on standard settings with precision and accuracy. We trade from the top level and wait accordingly for a decrease. Based on earlier analysis, the probability of the price exiting the range and breaking the level now is very low. They are insignificant and small, but again, no one will give me a guarantee that the price will not skyrocket now. As I said, unexpected reversals are possible. For example, news, yes, although if you follow the chart of important economic news, you can hedge yourself in this way. But who said that there will be no political news? Yes, and simply blowing stop losses by major players can also jerk the chart. Everything is going smoothly, or rather according to the forecast. The deal brings me $133 to my balance. Great, I think we can continue. My friends, in my videos I often talk about how to analyze the market so that you can start earning on your own. Yes, it takes time, but that's the only way to get results in the long run. Unfortunately, you won't be able to download a foolproof system from the internet. It's impossible. But I also know how challenging it is to start trading with minimal experience and understanding. Scary to take the first step. I went through it myself. Therefore, in my Telegram channel, I conduct marathons where I help beginners take their first serious steps in the financial markets and feel the taste of trading. On a weekly basis, from Monday to Friday, I consistently share signals in my Telegram channel. These signals provide you with the opportunity to earn and learn alongside me. In 5 days, we raised the trade balance from $100 to $5,000. Trading sessions occur at 6 p.m. Moscow time, so it's convenient for everyone to trade. If desired, subscribe to my Telegram channel, link in video description. Message me privately for marathon participation and earning instructions. You'll also find reviews from my partners, participants, and many cool bonuses. For instance, a link with a promo code with which you'll get 50% off your first deposit in PocketOption, waiting in Telegram. But for now, let's find how to determine breakthrough and resistance levels. Friends, also be sure to pay attention to volatility. For example, you can evaluate it by the size of Mahdi's columns. If the columns are small, then the volatility is low. So it means that the chances of a breakthrough are likely low. Also, the ADX indicator can detect a sideways market and low volatility. When all his lines intertwine in the middle, it is a clear sign. To determine whether a level will be broken or not, it is necessary to analyze not only the chart, but also the mood of the players in the market correctly. Started a new deal. The reasons for the decrease remain unchanged. I don't observe any prerequisites for leaving the sidecar at this time. In this scenario, it's vital to trade directly from the corridor boundaries. Opening a trade in the middle is strictly forbidden. In analytics, a lot depends on your strategy and trading style. What expiration do you typically trade with? I am presently working within a minute and generating a forecast specifically for this particular time. If you identify strong trends and engage in trading on higher timeframes with longer expiration periods, such as 15 or 30 minutes, it represents a completely distinct strategy and leads to a completely different outcome. You must wait for a strong signal then, at the beginning of the trend, according to all indicators. Yes, so that they still match. Again, it is necessary to analyze the market beforehand. Without it, there is nowhere to go. In this case, you avoid any flats because it is very difficult to predict the behavior in a sideways market. Friends, the deal is closing in the black. It's nice. Another $133 in the cash register. Good. I think we can continue. Specifically, right now I still don't see any reasons for breaking through the level. I repeat, I'm talking about the nearest minute, but the development of events in the market indicates a high probability that after a series of such oscillatory movements, the chart will eventually go up. We see on the MACD despite the weak volatility, but nevertheless the green columns indicate the convergence of its line and even a potential upward intersection. The green ADX line is also pointing upwards, indicating the strength of the buyer, but it will happen later, not in the nearest minute. Hence, another agreement, also aiming to decrease from the resistance level and from the upper boundary of our corridor, just like I did previously in a similar situation. Also make sure to pay attention to graphic patterns. For instance, a triangle is currently emerging. Now it is not so obvious, but let us draw a line here. And the second one directly by the level of resistance. It turns out to be a triangle. If the amplitude of oscillations decreases closer to the peak and volatility starts to increase, then the exit from such a pattern should conclude with growth in the market. In this case, leveling should not be interpreted based on indicators. That is, they do not show the future. They will commence altering the readings once it has been punched. Ensure to monitor the chart itself. If it is positioned above the mark and does not revert back to its original state, the next candle of breakthrough can be considered as having taken place in principle. My forecast came true, which brings profit. Now we are at a point where growth and decline are possible. Therefore, for now, it is better to observe the chart and not make hasty decisions. Friends, we previously made a forecast with you that the breakout of the level was supposed to happen around 15.36. I remind you that we drew such a triangle with the expectation that the exit from this pattern should end with an upward movement. But it hasn't occurred yet. The second potential scenario was a sidekick. And in fact, this is the sequence we're currently following. Hence, we are constructing a corridor and a strategy relying on this data. The limits of the side panel are restricted by the Kollner channel. By all indicators, I also see confirmation of this hypothesis, that is, the ADX lines are intertwined into a rope in the center, and in MACD columns there is no volatility. I come to the conclusion that the price will continue to circulate within the established boundaries of the corridor until the invisible hand of the market pushes it towards decisive movements. It's hard to say what it will be like. When opening trades with a 1-minute expiration, evaluate the corresponding event horizon. I trade more frequently on the 1-minute time frame. Short-term predictions enable me to make profits in both sideways markets and during periods when the market is in such a state for more than 60% of the time. No matter how many points the price goes through, all we need is to choose the right direction of the chart movement and nothing more. Standard indicator settings are sufficient to work with such a market if a comprehensive analysis is conducted. Let's return to trading. I think it's the right time to start a deal. We will initiate a deal with you for an increase. Yes, this time I trade from lower boundary of Keltner channel with forecast of price returning to range. Thus, the price has experienced a decline. It is possible that I will proceed to open an additional deal in the same direction as before. Now we see signals to exit sideways movement and reverse chart down. He broke through lower boundary of Keltner canal. The MACD lines intersect at ADH. There are also prerequisites. The red line commences to grow. Let's observe and see how it ultimately concludes. But while the ADX line is still compressed in the center, I conclude that the flat phase has not ended and will not end so quickly. Friends, in the side indicator, it is always possible to give false signals on the minute time frame with any settings. The answer is in their name. Almost all of them are trendy. If you plan to catch strong trends, trade on higher time frames with longer expiration. And then it is logical to concern oneself with the settings. Comprehending the market is of greater importance in a minute. Friends, we have achieved a return on the initial deal. It happens. Well, I am of the opinion that the second deal will most likely be profitable. Yes, exceptional. Meticulous attention to the schedule. Now I will provide an explanation of the logic and reasoning behind my actions. As I mentioned earlier, here we have a resistance level. Exactly along the lower boundary of the Kollner channel, so I anticipated a rebound from it and a resumption of prices within our corridor. However, the chart went lower, so I decided to open another trade after the breakout of the level, which ultimately proved to be false, since my market forecast remained unchanged. If the first deal closed at a loss, the second would partly cover my loss. This is an example of how indicators can be useless in a sideways market, regardless of the settings. Of much greater importance in such trading is the ability to analyze the market independently and have a thorough understanding of how to do it. On this note, pals, I suggest ending the trading session, summarizing the results, and withdrawing funds. Well, buddies, the withdrawal of funds in PocketOption is super easy and clear. The most convenient way is through cryptocurrency. There are no commissions or extra hassle to withdraw it. Money can be withdrawn in different cryptocurrencies. This is far from a comprehensive list, but only includes the most popular moments. However, that's enough for me. I always convert money to USDT. It is faster and easier to track the receipt to the wallet since 1 USDT is equal to 1 US dollar currency. Therefore, the exact same amount will be credited to my wallet that I have sent earlier. Well, I will withdraw $3,000 today. After that, I will provide my cryptocurrency wallet. The process is very easy and straightforward. Enter MIN, data, click continue. By the way, it can be exchanged in any country, receive local currency in cash or on a bank card, and is valid worldwide. Very convenient tool. The page has scrolled. We see a brief message from the broker. 3,000 deducted from the balance from the trading account. We have the ability to track this information on the balance sheet. Many people are afraid or anxious about receiving text messages. Funds will be credited to my account within a few business days as a precaution mentioned in this statement. Money is deposited quickly. If you enter amounts up to $10,000, they will be credited within 20, 30 minutes or an hour. Amounts that exceed $10,000 can indeed be held up as they require additional checks to be conducted. Hence, it's easier to split the translation into multiple transactions to speed up the process. Also, no commissions in this regard. That's all, friends. Just a bit more to wait for enrollment. We will be back at this location in a couple of minutes, but for now, I will show you the confirmation of payments. Please bear with us for a little longer. So pals, here is the transaction history. Let's verify the balance. We still see a balance after transferring 3,000 to my crypto wallet. And the status of the translation itself has been completed, as indicated by the entry in the field of status. Forgot to mention, I didn't input the PIN when transferring, as I often use this wallet and it's already in my system. And the first time you will need to enter it, the PIN code will be sent to your email address. Remember this. So buddies, let's wrap up this trading session and give a summary of it. Well pals, hope you liked this vid, and it'll help you understand how to analyze chart behavior near levels. I specifically gave an example of the most common situation in the market. When there is no clear trend, that is, in such sideways markets, the market spends most of its time. If you intend to trade on a minute basis, you must acquire the skills to analyze the market just as I did today, rather than pursuing indicator configurations. You can always find how other indicators behave on the minute time frame on my YouTube channel. I've filmed various videos on this topic, so make sure to watch them all. I also anticipate your feedback on this format in general. Comment if you've received the analysis or not. Your opinion is crucial. If there are many responses, I'll definitely do more of this kind of analytics. Vote for the video with likes, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to not miss my new reviews. Today I say goodbye, see you in new videos. Goodbye all.